Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Actually I Can. My name is Katie Ripp, and we are actually re-releasing an episode that I just love to record so much. I am a huge believer in manifesting and positive vibes and good energy and living a life really trusting the universe and having faith that things are really on your side. So I hope you enjoy this episode. This is a re-release from earlier in the season. As a side note, I am going to take a little bit of a summer vacation. So we'll have 2 more episodes before we go on vacation for the summer of 2025. Thanks for listening. Hey there. Welcome to Actually I Can. This is a podcast where us female entrepreneurs are going to ditch the hustle culture, build value-based aligned businesses, and finally charge what we're worth. I'm Katie Ripp, a serial entrepreneur, business mentor, rule breaker, and your go-to guide for building a profitable business on your own terms. Around here, we do things differently. No hustle for hustle's sake, no playing small, and definitely no more following antiquated business rules that, clearly were not made with midlife women in mind. Each week, I'm here to ask the hard questions, share the advice that's actually worked for me, and bring on a guest or two who decided to say, fuck it, actually I can do this my way. Expect bite-sized, high-impact episodes ranging from about 25 to 45 minutes, packed with real strategies, mindset shifts, and rule-breaking business insights. If you are tired of business feeling like an endless to-do list, and you're ready to make more money without burning out and feeling guilty, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's go. One of the things that I find so attractive about having a platform is the ability to share some of my stories, some of the things that have helped me along the way, some of the things I'm working on, because of course we're always a work in progress, and I am no different than any of you, where I have goals and I have issues that I would like to work on and become a better version of myself and keep growing and living and loving and dreaming. But I find that a lot of the things that we especially as middle-aged females, some of the things that I think that we struggle with, and again, I'm including myself in this is the fact that a lot of information out there is gate-kept, which what I mean by that is there are a ton of really talented coaches and really talented people that have really great ideas and have had major success in certain ways, but they're sort of gatekeeping the information under lock and key of sales, which I don't blame them for. I think absolutely, if you can make money doing what you do and doing what you love and sharing your message with the world, I find that to be the best thing that we can do for ourselves. However, some of the things that people really want to know how to do, it's out there for us. And I want to believe that there is a ton of knowledge out there that is free for everyone. And the title of the book that I'm actually writing is called Yeah, But How? I really think that there's something about how we do things that a lot of people are gatekeeping. And I always wanted to know how. Like when I quit drinking, yeah, but how did you quit drinking, right? Like what are the actual steps? How do you lose weight? What does it look like to go through those steps and make those rituals and that kind of thing? So this series is going to be called Yeah, But How? So I'm going to try to put out maybe 1 a month. They're not going to be as long as the other episodes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And I'm just going to get into how to do things or how I've done things. So the first one is, how do we manifest? This is one of my favorite things about the world. I have faith, and faith can be such a heavy, loaded word for a lot of people. I was raised Catholic. I have some loaded feelings around the Catholic Church specifically, and I'm sort of indifferent to it, right? Like to each their own. You guys go out and do whatever you want to do. But for me, the faith that I have is in the universe. And when I say universe, it could mean anything, right? Like for me, the universe is, I feel like there's a higher power out there, that there's something that's in my corner. To many of you, it may be God. To other people, it may be the stars. To other people, it's source energy. There's lots of ways to call it. I think having faith in something, anything, that we're not just out here randomly. There's something in the background. There's something going on around us that we can have faith in. So I have a pretty strong faith in the universe. I use the word universe. Some people can use the word God, whatever it is. God is way too loaded for me. I can't compartmentalize my mind around like Jesus and God. Like I can't do it. So the universe is, to me, just like a beautiful spirit to have faith in. That's all it is to me. So I believe that she's in my corner. She's a she to me, that she has always had my best interests at heart. And I have faith that whatever vibe I'm on, whatever kind of energy I'm putting out to the world, I'm getting back. And that can be bad too, right? Like when I was in a really bad place, I was constantly putting sort of bad vibes out to the world, and then I was getting them back, and then I couldn't understand why. But I have a really, really high belief system in the law of attraction, that what we put out, we get back, that if we believe something will happen, it will happen. It's already out there for us. It's already being put into the world. It just needs to collect enough energy to come and be delivered to us. Well, first of all, I am like a secret junkie. So if you've ever seen the really ridiculous, corny movie, The Secret, I think it's on Netflix. I think that there's like now a sequel to it or whatever. I think it's a 45-minute or an hour long video that was done. Oh, I don't know. This was like early 2000s. I don't know exactly when the movie was done. I don't know when the book was written. I really don't know anything about it outside of the fact that like I drank the Kool-Aid. I watched that movie and I was like, oh my God, this is a secret that I've been waiting for. And really what it is the law of attraction, that the energy you're putting out into the world, you're receiving back. And they have ridiculous stories. And it's just funny and corny, but I believed in it like down to my core and so viscerally that I just have never forgotten it. And it's how I live my life now. And I'm really good at it. Okay, so the literal meaning of manifest is to make evident or certain by showing or displaying. The way I'm talking about manifesting something, like to manifest something, means to make your dreams or goals or aspirations a reality by believing that you can achieve them. So whatever is out there, like whatever goal you have, let's say you have a goal of making $100,000. $100,000, like that actual cash, those greenbacks, that money in your bank account is already here. It's just a matter of pulling it in and attracting it into your actual physical world. So it's believing that you can do something and focusing all your thoughts and energy in that direction, and you can actually make it happen. So very simple. I post about this a lot because it's just funny. The Secret, there's a thing in The Secret about parking spots. And it's kind of this easy way to prove to yourself that the law of attraction works. And I started doing it, 15 years ago, probably when I first started listening to this. In any case, the movie or the video that I'm talking about, The Secret, talks about starting with something small and attracting a parking spot. So because I go all in on everything when I'm super passionate about it, I went all in on the parking spots. And the trick to manifesting everything is knowing that you're going to get it, but also being thankful for it already, even though you haven't gotten it yet. So let me give you an example. When I pull into the Target parking lot, I know that the first spot is going to open up. I just know it in my soul. Every time I drive into the Target parking lot, the Costco parking lot, anywhere. Madeline and I went to IKEA a few weeks ago, and that parking lot is freaking huge in Chicago, and the first spot opened up. So I just believe that the first spot is going to open up, and I'm already thankful for it. So I don't think about it a whole lot anymore. But when I started doing it, when I started like trying to manifest this, I would say thank you to the universe for the first spot that opened up right in front of me. And I would be really grateful for it before I even got it. So not only did I believe I was going to get it, I was already grateful for it. And like, that's small, right? But it happens almost every time now. Like, now I've gotten into this practice that it's sort of a joke in our family that no matter where I am, you can come with me and I'm almost sure that I'm going to get the first spot. In any case, that is something really small and it does come true all the time. So it's one of those things that, like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy on a good side for me, that it just restores my faith every single time that the universe is listening to me. I already believe it. I already am thankful for it. I am there. And this has happened on big, big, big scales for me too. I have actually a blog post about how we bought the building that we put our wine bar in 1909. I have a blog post out there. I had written a letter to, this is kind of a long story and I can get into it on a different day, but I basically had written in my journal the day that they were presenting the offer, because there was a whole bunch of other offers out there. I was basically thanking the universe for already giving it to us. And I really believed it. I just believed that we were going to get it. I believed that it was meant for us. Even though that there were a bunch of things stacked against us, I just really had faith. And I manifested it right into fruition. Like, it just came in and like sat on my lap exactly how it was supposed to sit there. So you probably are like, okay, but you said you were going to tell us how to do this, right? So I am going to tell you how. First of all, go out and watch The Secret. It's super cheesy. You can find it on YouTube. I thought it was on Netflix, but I can't find it there. But you can go out, just Google The Secret on YouTube, and it's an hour and 30 minutes. You can go out and watch the whole thing. It's fascinating. But here are a couple of steps. And the steps are going to sound like something you can roll your eyes at. And I say that because I thought every single thing on this list that I have heard in my past life, when I really just didn't want to believe it, these are the things that I used to roll my eyes at. And like, these things can't actually work, right? Like, I had blocks all over this stuff because I was like, these things don't work for me. These rules don't apply to me. You don't really have to do this stuff. This is for somebody else. This is super woo-woo. I've always been a little bit woo-woo, but the stuff that when I say it, some of you may roll your eyes at it, and I get it. I just want you to know that I'm with you. I have been here before. I didn't want to believe it either, but these are the things that actually work. This is how you start to manifest things. So one is, whatever you're trying to manifest, whether it's big or small, you can start manifesting things like parking spots, but I've seen other people manifest, and I've done this too. When I need to like restore my faith, I'm like, I need to find $20 today. Whatever that is. And it doesn't matter where you find it, how it comes to you. It's just $20. Or you can do something like, if you really want to believe, you can say, I need $8.88, right? Whatever that is, but you have to tell the universe, what do you want, right? Like, identify what you actually want. Also, time is not linear in this case. So it could be that you have wanted this thing for 27 years and all of a sudden you put it out to the universe and it's been hanging out in the universe, just waiting for you to ask for it for 27 years. And all of a sudden in 1 month, it drops into your. So the first step is define your desire. So you have to be specific. You have to clearly define what you want to manifest. And the more specific you are, the better. So if you want to manifest $20, you have to say, I want to manifest $20. Again, it doesn't matter where it comes from or how it comes to you or when it comes. Time is not linear. So we don't need to be worrying about like smart goals, like being definable and measurable and all of those things. You just want $20. Also, write it down. If you're not a writer, it's fine, but writing it down on a Post-it note and just sticking it somewhere. I have a dry erase marker right next to my mirror in my bathroom. And sometimes if I want something, I'll write it on my bathroom mirror. And then, I just erase it when I don't want it up there anymore. I don't want my cleaning lady to see it or whatever. But writing it down and getting it from your brain out into the world is a really great exercise in defining what you're actually looking for. So then visualize it. So creating a mental image of it, let's just say it's the $20. Well, I'll just use this as an example. Maybe you're looking for the lipstick that you dropped in your car, and all of a sudden you get out of the car and you are looking under the seat and there's a $20 bill. That could be the mental image that you bring into your mind. Or you are holding on to the $20 bill. Like that's the mental image. So, and also feel what the emotions might feel like when you get it. Also, the gratitude, right? Like, oh my God, thank you, universe, for bringing me this $20. This is fucking amazing. So the joy in like raising your vibe a little bit is already feeling those emotions brings you what that thing is. And then set the intentions. So state any intentions you have behind this. What will you use the $20 for? What will the $20 do in terms of your belief system? Will you have faith? Will it be $20 that you could use to buy yourself 4 cups of coffee this week or whatever it is? Like, what will you do with the $20? What does the $20 represent? And state your intentions of what you're going to do with that $20. Then believe in your intentions. Trust that your desire is possible and that you deserve it. Like you deserve the $20. And then eliminate any limiting beliefs. So here's where it gets tricky, because it's not enough to fake it until you make it. You have to really believe this. And it's not just like, well, of course I believe that I'm going to get $20 somewhere. It's going to get to me and, blah, 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 blah. You can't fake it. You have to actually believe that it's coming to you. And again, time is not necessarily linear. So it may not be that you get $20 by the end of the day. It may be that you get $20 in 2 months, but it's like when you start to believe it and when you get rid of those limiting beliefs. So recognizing any doubts or negative thoughts that may hinder that manifestation. And again, this is really important to hone into and like maybe peel back some of the layers. Like, why don't I believe that I will find $20? The other thing is when you get the $20, because it's coming to you, you need to replace it with a positive belief that this wasn't a fluke. You actually manifested the $20, right? Like maybe it's $20 that shows up in your bank account because you got a refund from somebody. Or, I mean, maybe it's not exactly $20. I've also had things that are close enough to what I've put out there that I have gotten in return. And I tend to believe that it's close enough. It doesn't have to be exactly a $20 bill. And I choose to believe that some of those things are close enough. Mostly they come in a very specific and very identifiable amount or item that I've been asking for that's very specific. And mostly it comes that way, but close enough is also good enough for me. Hey there, listeners. It's Katie. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Female Founders Collective. I started this collective because I know firsthand how challenging it can be to build a business from the ground up. As female founders, we're balancing so much, our dreams, our families, our sanity, and it can feel pretty lonely out there. That's why the collective is all about real connection and support. We're a community of women who are sharing what works, what doesn't, and having each other's backs. So if you're looking for a network that truly gets it, come join us at the Female Founders Collective. We meet virtually every single Wednesday at noon Central Standard Time. It's always free. It will never be a charge. This is something that I am really passionate about. Come and join us. You can register by going to katierip.com. Creating a vision board. So like, let's say you're not a writer, you can gather visuals around this. Again, we're going to use the $20 for this, but this might be the universe doesn't understand, or God or whoever it is that you're kind of asking for this. They don't understand what's big and what's small. So whether you're asking for $20 or $200,000, they don't get it. They don't understand that this is different. The only difference between $20 and $200,000 in the universe's mind is what you're asking for, and what the weight of it comes from you and not around what you're asking for. And again, Like the energy I put around a parking spot and the energy I put around $10,000 in cash, which I've actually manifested myself, are the same to the universe. It's just really like how much you believe in what you want. It doesn't matter to the universe. The things that you want don't carry different weight to the universe. Practicing gratitude. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but be thankful before you even get it. So cultivating an attitude of gratitude for what you already have is super important, but what's already coming. So if you're asking for $20 or $200,000, already being really grateful for having it and receiving it is so powerful. And it's the thing that kind of drives it home for the universe, I think. And then regularly expressing gratitude for what you already have in your life. I think that's probably a really important piece of this as well. Then taking inspired action, right? So identifying what kind of actions. Again, let's use the $20 as an example. Like we're waiting to receive $20 extra, right? So taking inspired action to get $20, it still counts if you go through your house and you find a picture on the wall or a picture in a closet that you are not interested in having anymore, and you put it on Facebook Marketplace for $20 and somebody buys it. That's good enough. That's taking inspired action to get $20, right? Like we can't just expect that the universe is going to like throw you $20 underneath your seat without you doing anything. Now, if you go and clean out your car or you're looking for your lipstick because you don't want it to melt all over your carpet, that's inspired action. And there's your $20. But also doing something to then take inspired action and acting with purpose also gives you the $20. So that's inspired action. And the universe loves inspired action. I have so many stories around this. Maybe this whole but how is going to end up being all the stories that like how I've manifested things. And then you have to trust the process. I don't know if I can put the emphasis on this any more than you have to trust the universe is on your side. You have to have faith that the universe is working to bring your desire to fruition, and you have to release control. Let go of the need to control the outcome and trust in the timing. Again, time is not linear. So I will go into sort of my debt story here probably sometime soon, but time is not linear. I've had the same debt sitting out there probably since I was 26 years old. And it's been the same stupid $20,000 on a credit card forever. And when I finally took inspired action, when I finally started to pay attention to it, when I finally gave it the energy it deserved, when I finally wanted to get rid of it, let it go, release it, within a matter of weeks, it was gone. So by the time I took inspired action, it had already been 20 plus years. But when I took inspired action within a few weeks, not only was that 20,000 gone, but so was 80 other thousand. So I'll get into that on a different day. And now I just have faith that like, it's just been waiting for me. Like all of these things are just waiting for you to take inspired action and to be thankful that it's already there and to eliminate those limiting beliefs. I promise that it's just sitting up there, like swirling around above you, just waiting for you to say, okay, well, I think I'm ready for this now, in a real positive, grateful, inspired light. So then the final thing of, but how do I manifest this is celebrating the small wins. So if you've got wins out there that, let's say you really want something and it's taking longer than you thought, or it's not coming in the way that you thought it would come or whatever, when you get a small win, whatever that is, maybe it's $1. Maybe the dollar shows up that you were like, oh shit, I didn't, like I found this dollar on the ground. I found this dollar under my car. I found this dollar in my suitcase, whatever it is. That's a small win on the path to $20. So also celebrating those small wins and getting the momentum and keeping the motivation around actually wanting to move forward and really having faith. We have to also recognize that those small wins are coming too. So I hope you've enjoyed the first of many. Yeah, but how? I love manifestation and I love talking about it. I love the law of attraction. So if you're interested at all in talking about this, or you'd like to learn more about it, or really hone in on your practice, shoot me an email on katierip.com. My email is katierip@katierip.com. Not very hard to remember. It's Katie with a Y. And I would love to talk about this all day long. Bye. Well, that is a wrap on today's episode, but the conversation doesn't have to end here. If this episode resonated with you at all, come hang out with us inside Actually We Can. This is my private community for midlife women entrepreneurs who are just done with the hustle and ready to build businesses that actually work for them. Inside, you'll find support and strategy and a whole lot of real talk from women who get it. You can join us at katierip.com/community. We can also stay connected on socials. You can follow me on Instagram at katierip for behind the scenes, extra insights, and plenty of business wisdom. But most importantly, make sure you follow the podcast so you never miss an episode. If you loved today's topic, please leave me a review and share it with another badass woman who needs to hear this. As always, thank you for being here. Now go do your thing, and I'll see you next time.